a lot of people that are new to resistance training and they start it for the first time, they get excited about it. They start to get the endorphins. They're like, wow, this is a new feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And then it leads to overtraining.
Yes.
And I'm looking
so
to my
intense.
left.
Well, I just get intense with everything.
Well, because I feel like people, they get, it's like a psychological thing. They get this
No,
rush.
I want you to talk more about overtraining. You should stay
But
on that.
at some point,
a lot
I
of people
feel-
do this. And then it ups your cortisol.
No,
Like,
Yes.
it becomes counterproductive. So
It's
like,
counterproductive.
I think people that are seasoned weightlifters recognize like, okay, like 3 to 4 days a week is like honestly enough.
Truly, less is more when it comes. If you are giving your muscles enough stimulus in your actual sessions, you have to trust your body to come in and repair that. And you have to give your body enough recovery. Otherwise, you're just going to spiral yourself into chronic inflammation. You're going to end up not building muscle because your body's not going to build the muscle if it doesn't have the proper recovery. So I think that's one thing that people don't understand. They're like, I want my glutes to be bigger, or I want to like tone my abs, or I want to tone my arms. And so they'll do arms every day, or they'll do glutes every day. And that's the last thing you need to be doing, because muscle grows in recovery. Muscle doesn't grow. You break it down in the workout. It's growing in the recovery. And after you stimulate a muscle in a workout, there's a process of acute inflammation that happens. And during that acute inflammatory process, there are certain molecules that are cleaning up and trying to heal the damaged tissue that you damaged in your workout. And this acute inflammation causes a decrease in neuromuscular activation. So it literally causes the muscle to be weaker and at greater risk of injury. So people will not understand that, thinking that they need to go do more for my glutes, and their glutes don't have time to recover, so they're undergoing acute inflammation. You're loading your glutes again when they're weaker and more vulnerable. It leads to injury. Your muscles aren't actually able to repair because they don't have enough time. So it becomes this like chronic cycle.
so if you were to have like your perfect world, what is a great workout schedule for the week?
So when you're looking at, there's a few things. So you want to look at your schedule as a whole, and then you want to look at what's inside each workout. And so when you're looking at programming as a whole, I like to recommend working each muscle group 1 to 2 days on non-consecutive days. So working like glutes on Monday, and then not working glutes again till like Thursday, and then being done with glutes. And then you could do that for like every muscle group in your body.
So give us from Monday to Sunday.
Yes. Okay. So I'll say like what we did this week. So if I can remember. So upper body on Monday. So
Okay.
let's say we're working like, we usually work 3 muscle groups, so like chest, upper back, shoulders or something. And then Tuesday would be lower body, like glutes and quads. Wednesday would be core focus. So like core, and then maybe we throw in like triceps or something. Thursday, we'd come back to glutes again and then work some other muscle group, like maybe glutes and biceps. Friday would be, we're coming back to quads again. We're working quads, abs, all the things.
That's what I do.
Yeah, but what?
How do I do something different? I want you to call me out.
Well, sometimes what you'll do is you'll just
I'm doing exactly the perfect
you'll
prescription.
train like 5-7 days in a row, and I feel like it's
Not
counterproductive.
7 days in a
Okay,
row.
5 days in a row,
Lie.
but it's counterproductive.
But
You don't get the rest
what
in.
you're saying is, if you're going to train, do different areas every single day.
You can split it, yes.
but you can
split.
train 5 days in a row.
Yes, I do train, but I do think that if you're going to train 5 days in a row, take off 2 consecutive days, because those 2 consecutive.
Sometimes I don't do that. He's right.
Yeah.
Okay,
because
that's what you're saying.
that's repair time, and not only are you going to see better results because your body will physically repair the muscle that you damaged throughout the week, but it really helps you stay consistent. Because
So you take off Saturday, Sunday.
always.
Always. And
Yeah.
will you like walk or move or do cardio?
Yes. I'll usually just walk, or like we'll hike, or I'll play golf or like tennis or something like that. We try to be active. Like I don't want to say that's total rest, but some days there's just, if I'm like drinking too much the night before, like I don't do much, and it's okay. And it's so, having this understanding that taking recovery days is actually productive makes it so much more fun, because you have no guilt.
What was the epiphany for you that made that switch? What was the light switch moment?
Yeah, so I came upon it on accident, honestly, because I just thought this was going to be my life forever. Like if I want to look good and be fit, even though it's so ironic, I have way better body composition now than I did then. But I was like, this is just going to be my life. Like I'll just have to be in my PT's office every single week. I'll be having to get massages all the time. Like this is just going to be normal. And when we moved from Kansas to North Carolina. My husband went to Duke for grad school. And I stopped my routine, just like with moving. Sometimes it's like you just fall out of your routines. And so I stopped exercising for like 2 weeks, not on purpose, just like trying to get settled, whatever. And after those couple of weeks, I was like, I feel amazing. Like my body feels so good and I'm not exercising. Like what's going on here? This shouldn't exercising make you feel better. I was like, my energy feels better. My joints don't hurt. Like what the heck is happening? And so at that time, it was kind of the perfect catalyst for me. I started to dive in more into like biomechanics and like the physics of exercise and understanding. I honestly studied some bodybuilding stuff because honestly, bodybuilders know how to build muscle.
Yeah, they do.
They do. And I take and leave things, obviously, from bodybuilding, but I started to study some of the physics behind exercise and learn some of that stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, my body feels so much better. I'm training way less, and I'm starting to see better physical benefits.
Well, there's like a lot of things that we accept as norm that makes no sense if you were to like pull the microscope back and look. Like if you're a young adult and you have back pain, that's not normal.
No.
Like but so many people have it and they think, oh, this is just normal. I'm supposed to have back pain. Yeah. It's like, no, you don't have any muscle. You have no muscle in your lower back and probably none in your glutes either, right? It's like, it's a hard truth to face, but people like running around being in sedentary positions all the time and doing training that doesn't build muscle. Like that's why most people are in pain.
100%.
But nobody's telling them that. They're just like, oh no, I have back pain. It's like, no, you just have no muscle.
They have no muscle because they have no structure around their workouts. And they think that a hard, sweaty workout that leaves them in a pool on the floor is what they need to do to be fit.
Or the music's playing so loud that you can't even concentrate, and there's bright strobe lights and someone's yelling at you
to
like,
go faster and lift heavier.
Blow my head off. This is like the cortisol that is, I can't. I mean, I want bossa nova playing with like outside calm, like energy. I don't want a ton of people in the gym. Like I feel like the curation of the experience of how you're working out is equally important.
100%. Because if you are so distracted, you're not thinking about, okay, this is my deltoid. It moves this bone to this. And I need to contract it more. I need to improve my neuromuscular awareness to this muscle so that I'm A, not going to hurt myself. And B, I can recruit more what's called motor units within the actual muscle and get more out of the exercise that I'm doing. So it's just so counterintuitive. People think that like, I need to go faster. I need to get like more reps in. It's like, slow down. Let's be more intentional with how you're moving. So improving that neuromuscular connection is going to allow you to recruit more motor units within the muscle and actually get more stimulus out of what you're doing. And what a lot of people do is they want more in each exercise. So they're like, I want this exercise to work my glutes and my shoulders and my abs. And so they'll be doing like burpee, overhead press, squat, burpee, back, squat, overhead press, like all these complex movements that are hard for sure and gonna make their heart start pumping out of their chest. But it's not stimulating any one given muscle very significantly. So you're really not going to see much change in your body. It's going to be good cardio, but there's other ways to get cardio that are probably less damaging on your body.
Are you referring to like boot camp-esque workouts?
Yeah. And everything I see on Instagram, which is like, this exercise targets everything all at once. And it's like, when something's too good to be true, it probably is. And if you're trying to target everything at once, you're spreading your work out so that nothing is really getting very significant stimulus. So it's actually not very productive to do it like that.